The last class that you were at was really dense with information. I feel like I might have had too much information in there at one time. Yeah, so we're going to break it out into different classes and so that it's more digestible for everybody. So today we're going to go through why you should be utilizing video marketing in your marketing strategy and video specifically. We'll get into content planning and some equipment that you need to just make your first video. And then the third part is that will actually help you create your first video. We'll do a little workshop so that you can walk out today and create a reel, a green screen reel on a topic that you're interested about, that's a trending topic. You could post that today on your social medias and just get started with something. A little background about myself. I started the Couch GM brand video marketing channel. I got into mortgage lending out of college. I went to Washington State University, majored in finance and marketing, and got into mortgage lending out of college back in 2016. I ended up starting a YouTube channel, The Couch GM, just talking about the Mariners and baseball back in December of 2021. I was looking for certain information out there that I wasn't finding online, and I had no experience with creating video, with marketing, except for the degree, but the hands-on stuff is what you really learn. And so just learned how to make a video, learned one new editing trick each time, and now I'm approaching 10,000 subscribers. I've got 2.6 million total views on YouTube alone, like millions other across social medias, and it's just been a lot of fun. And it's opened certain doors that I had no clue, I'd have the possibility of opening. This is a Mariners Hall of Famer, Jamie Moyer. I had a sit-down podcast with him for 3 hours, which was awesome, insane, and some other really cool stuff coming up. This is my baseball channel, and then aside from that, I've also been starting to build my mortgage and real estate YouTube channel. And so with this, I want to have basically a library of videos so that any prospective clients or leads that I have, I can send them a link to a first-time homebuyer video or whichever scenario they're looking for. I can make a video specific to that, and then it'll be hosted on YouTube. They can take value from that. They can watch my other content, and then they can get to know, like, and trust me through that content. Mm-hmm. And this has also turned into my first Couch GM client. So someone that was subscribed to my YouTube channel for a year, watching my Mariners videos, lived in Florida. I helped them do a refinance down there and then also purchase up in Olympia. So there's huge opportunity with YouTube and video marketing, and that's what we want to try to get you guys to do.
Cool. So yeah, my part, I've been active in the social media space since 2017. So before that, I used to be an actor. So I lived down in Los Angeles, did some movies, some plays and things like that. So I just always loved, the video, social media aspect. And so I took a lot of those lessons and started my own company 2 years ago called Praise Media. And so what we do is we work with real estate businesses and helping them invest more in their personal brand and help them drive more qualified leads. So we do that through video content. So we've generated 3 million views just this past year, just across the three major platforms we focus on, which is YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. And we've generated over 100 million in sales revenue for those clients. So these clients are going to range from like realtors, managing brokers, wholesalers, real estate investors, mortgage brokers, developers. So the list goes on and on as far as getting the personal brand going.
By the way,
is it just
yeah, just that right button?
Right button.
Yep.
Okay, thanks, man. A few reasons why people love working with our firm is that one, it helps them generate leads, right? So they did a recent study basically saying that 74% of consumers purchase from people they like, know, and trust. So it's 2024 right now, so it's super important to go all in on your personal brand, because that single thing is going to separate you from the other competition. People that are just focusing on, solds, listings, things like that. But doing actual video that bring out your personality and bring out, your kind of uniqueness is what's really going to create a connection with the audience. And we're going to go more into detail about that later. And also, making money. We all who likes to make money in this room, right? Everybody likes to make money, right? So obviously, this is a strategy that puts you in front of the right people to help you generate leads that will help you close deals. That's all our focus is, to do that. And so, somebody right here, he's a mortgage broker. Because he invested and went all in on his personal brand, with us, he was able to generate 80 million worth of loans this past year. And then lastly, we cover that time gap. So I don't know if any of you in this room have tried to create content or posted content currently, but I know that it takes a lot of time. Wouldn't you agree, Connor? Like it probably takes you like what, 30, 40 hours a week to
it's a second full-time job. It's like my evenings and weekends just creating content.
Exactly. So I mean, it takes up a lot of time, and so we basically fill that gap for you to so you can focus on your business, attending networking events, wining and dining your clients, things of that nature. So, this year.
Yeah, so getting into why you should be utilizing video and not just posting your listings and solds or just photos. Video is very specifically for increasing your brand awareness and creating that relationship with someone. That could be, it's a passive marketing tool. Once you create enough content and have it stored and people are seeing it, people could be watching your content when you're not talking to them directly. You know, you don't have to do the selling because they're getting to know, like, and trust you through your content and the video, the education that you're putting out there. So brand awareness and creating your personal brand and thinking about, with you and your brand, what do you want to portray to your potential clients out there? And that's both your professional, business and content that you put out there, but then also your personal. Like, what is your and? You're a realtor, and what? Like, what else makes you interesting and makes you different from other people? Putting content out there for that. As I mentioned, kind of demonstrating the expertise that you have in your field. And what I would recommend is just start making videos that are answering questions that you frequently have clients asking. Because then you could, like I mentioned, you could send that video to a prospective client or a lead. You're answering the question on the phone, and then you send a follow-up video that you put together. And then that's just reinforcement. You're establishing your authority in that space. And what other realtors or lenders are doing the video, like I'm mentioning. You know, if you were to send a video to someone and they're talking to another realtor at the same time, that just gives you an upper hand on that. Yeah. And really just, building those stronger connections, the know, like, and trust. And then you don't have to do any selling. By the time that you actually talk to the person and go for the sell, they've already decided that they want to work with you because they like your vibe. They like it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And then that's where it becomes a passive income generating source, is that when you utilize YouTube, the searchability of it. So it's not just the people that you're sending a video to answer their question, but if someone on YouTube at all, or typing in on Google how to buy a home, or how much of a down payment do I need, these are all sources that can lead to someone finding your YouTube channel and learning and then becoming a prospect for you without even having to actively be looking for that. Yeah. It's long-term passive lead generation. There's a lot of work that goes into it up front, but that work will pay dividends long-term, especially when you're 2-5 years down the road, consistent with it and putting out content. And as I mentioned, what is your and? You were at the KFA event. Were you there for Ryan Serhant talking? Yeah. Have you read his book yet? No. I'd recommend reading Brand Like Serhant. It's talking about building your personal brand. And if you know who Ryan Serhant is, he's a national known figure in real estate, and he's all about branding. And as I mentioned, what is your and? You're a realtor, and what? Like, I'm into baseball, so I started to post baseball content, and now it's also turned into me, cross-pollinating both of those things together. And now I'm the baseball guy, and I don't have to sell because people just like baseball, and they like my vibe, and they're looking to buy a house right now, so it just works out.
I need to get a life outside of real estate.
Yeah.
There we go.
And then, getting into the actual platforms themselves, there's differences between the platforms. There's Google and YouTube, which are search engines. They're not social medias. And then there's every other platform, essentially, which are social medias. And so this is for another class, but really focusing on creating YouTube content will extend that shelf life so that if someone is searching for a service that you're looking to provide, then they'll find you on Google, they'll find your YouTube video. They both cross-pollinate really well. But at the same time, utilizing social media, Facebook, Instagram Reels, TikTok, these different platforms for short-form content, which again is going to be like a 201 class. But the social media is to stay top of mind and for that brand awareness. And people are on there to see educational or entertainment content when they're on their phone scrolling. And so it's about the short, hard-hitting information on those social medias, and that's to drive them back to your YouTube channel. And then at the same time, just the searchability of Google and YouTube.
Is there a time length that you would suggest for what's considered short-term, hard-hitting?
Yeah, what would you think? Because for me, so Instagram has a cap at 1 minute and 30 seconds on short form videos. So all of my short form content is less than 1 minute 30. But then if you're looking to post on YouTube Shorts, that has a cap of 60 seconds.
Right.
So you want to think about where you're going to be posting that short and editing it to a certain length and, style that fits across platforms. So ideally like 59 seconds, because then you could post it everywhere, not have to change a thing and worry about it.
Yeah.
But if it's, minute 29, and yeah.
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 Or I mean, what you can do is
And TikTok.
Yeah, you can make, if say you're tackling a certain topic, you can make it specifically for Instagram,
Right.
1 minute 30, and then you make it specifically for YouTube Shorts, if you have the time to do that. But
Yeah.
that's something you can do as well.
And that's why I would say start creating content that you yourself would want to watch and that you're interested in, because naturally it'll be the easiest to create that type of content. You'll find the people that are interested in the same things, and it's a more sustainable way of doing it instead of trying to make a video just because of business. It's like, no, just make what you yourself are interested in watching.
Absolutely.
Yeah, so my mortgage business sponsors my baseball channel. And so in my baseball videos, I've been putting mortgage ads. And so, so when you learn about the algorithm of YouTube, and a big thing is click-through rate. So trying to get people to click on your thumbnail in the video, so having a good thumbnail and title. And then once they are on your video, it's about 30-second and minute retention. So keeping people on that video for that first minute is crucial. And then it's going to be average view duration beyond that. And so I edit my videos so that first minute to minute and a half is just a hook. It's like straight information, it's entertainment, it's not any selling or self-promotion, anything. And then beyond that point is when I say, we'll get into that, but first, I do my mortgage ad. And it's reach out to the Couch GM to hit a home run with your mortgage financing needs. And then it's, my website, and I put a baseball hat on myself on my screenshot on my website. So I just do small stuff like that, and it's 20, 30 seconds. But then I have in the description of my video, how to contact me, my mortgage website, all of that stuff. So I make it available, and I stay in front of people, and the more that they see it, eventually, hey, I'm actually looking to buy right now. I should reach out to that guy. So yeah, by sponsoring your entertainment channel, that's one way of doing it.
Basically getting started with equipment, right? So a lot of people are always just like, oh, dude, I don't know where to start. I don't know what to use, right? So basically there's only 4 really important things that you need, right? So iPhone users here, Android, everybody iPhone? Okay. Android has to leave. No, I'm just kidding. No, you're good. iPhone's good. No, but you can use as simple as that as a camera, because all of it shoots 4K, which is a really good quality. And so if you don't have the budget to buy like a high-end camera, like we'll say like this Sony right here, if this is kind of like a high budget camera, this is probably like a couple grand, but I mean, you can still use your phone. I mean, when I still have my YouTube channel, that's how I first started. I was using my phone to film content. And then the second thing is a tripod. So something like this that Connor's holding, something that will either hold the phone or the camera, something right here that's holding the DSLR camera here. You can go on Amazon and get any of these items, by the way. And then audio. So what we're holding right now, oh, you got it too, is the DJI 2 wireless mic. So these ones are super clean. These are more like on the high end as far as budget goes. But I mean, you can research anything that goes, hey, wireless lavalier mic for a phone. And the reason why I suggest a wireless is because you don't have to worry about like tripping over cords and things like that. You can like stand right here and put your phone or camera here and film. And then lighting, I'm a huge proponent on natural lighting. So if you have a lot of windows, say that you're filming like a listing or a house tour or something like that, or even at your house doing like a talking head video, the natural light is always going to be best. But if not, you can get like an LED sort of panel that will do the lighting for you. And also I have a freebie for you guys. So if you go, you can screenshot this. This is actually a website. They'll give you access to a live document that my team and I constantly update. So we use and test a bunch of equipment, from cameras to lenses to tripods to audio devices. And basically, this is just going to give you a list of things that you can look up, like on Amazon, and also you can do your own independent research as well as the prices next to them. So yeah, you visit that website, you just plug in a couple information, then you'll get it immediately, and you'll have free access to it. So you guys can definitely check that out immediately, and you'll have free access to it. So you guys can definitely check that out.
Thank you.
You go, sir? Yeah, you bet.
I like Cliff Notes.
Yeah. And then talking about like what type of content you should be creating, there's really, under the umbrella of content, there's two different like tiers, or two different streams. One is evergreen content and the other is trending content. So evergreen content is going to be something that someone could watch 5 years from now and it's still relevant. So that's the first time home buyer class. It's about, buying a second home versus an investment property, or top 5 tips to list your home, or top 5 reasons to move to Vancouver, Washington. It's something that is going to be able to be watchable for the long term. Versus trending content, I made a video yesterday talking about how the consumer price index, CPI, the inflation numbers came down for the first time month over month, for the first time since May of 2020. So that video is specific to what information came out yesterday. And so that's trending content. People might be looking for that content right now because it's a trending topic. That's what's in the news right now. And so you want to take advantage of both things. You want to spend the time creating that evergreen content that will have the shelf life, but then also making the trending content so that you could essentially spread the net and find more people that might be curious about more things, but they're just looking for this one topic that's interesting right now. So as it sounds, evergreen content is the long-term, deep connecting content, and then trending is potentially short-term. People might not watch this video a year from now, 2 years from now, but it's wider reaching and it's widening that net. What I've seen is that some trending content will also be evergreen content. And so even if something's trending right now, people still might be watching it a year from now. And I've seen that with some of my baseball videos specifically. It was about a trending thing that happened right in this game, but it's still getting views, 2 years from when I made it. So I would just keep every video up. Just let YouTube and Google do their work. And I mean, that'll just lead to the compound effect of the more videos you create for a longer period of time, the more and the exponential growth that your channel and viewership will have.
Absolutely.
So here's another screenshot slide. If you want to take a screenshot of that, these are just some different ideas for evergreen content specifically within real estate. And so answering common questions that clients have, as I mentioned, the home buying process, pre-approval process. You can be the neighborhood guide. So going through Salmon Creek, Washington, why you should move there, why you shouldn't move there, Hazelden, going through the best restaurants, new developments, local schools. You could interview principals of schools. That's a great idea to just hear about what's going on. Client testimonials, and then a day in the life. Everyone likes to know, behind the scenes of what it's like to be a realtor. So you can make 10 different day in the life videos, just different things that you're doing. Like you're getting a listing ready to go, or you're creating marketing for a real estate business. So these are all kind of evergreen things that might get views long term. Also, have you heard of ChatGPT?
Oh yeah.
Just type in, give me 10 trending topics or 10 evergreen topics in real estate that I can make a video on, spit out 10 topics right then. It's like ChatGPT is,
I should start using that.
it's just great for brainstorming, It's like you don't want to use your property description from ChatGPT because everyone's going to have the same listing descriptions, and that's kind of what has happened a little bit. But if you just have it help you with your brainstorming process and shortening that time period. And then here's another slide, trending content within real estate, some various examples. So as I mentioned, housing trends are a market update. The CPI just dropped yesterday, so I'm making a video about that. You could do, if you have something that's year specific, like 2024 in the title or July, August, then it's going to be more time sensitive and someone might not watch it 6 months from now because it's about July of 2024. Yeah. Anything to add on any of those?
No,
Yeah.
you're good.
And then here's some short form tips. So specifically with short form content that you're looking to create. As we talked about earlier, you want to keep your short form for the most part between a minute to a minute and a half long. TikTok, you can go up to 10 minutes. You could try that if you want to, but you could post a long form video on TikTok. I just use that as a short form to try to get exposure. With short form content, it's only the hard hitting information. You don't want any gaps. You don't want any pauses really. I try to edit out all the pauses and gaps and just get straight into information, make it entertaining right from the start all the way through the end. Because when someone is scrolling on a short form platform, you basically have 3 seconds to catch someone's attention before they scroll to the next video. Mm-hmm. So it's like 1, 2, 3, scroll. And so you got to catch their attention right away. Don't waste any time. And this is just the meat of the video. On the different platforms, there's trending audio that you can use. So when you're posting on Instagram compared to posting on TikTok, you likely are going to post with different audio. And I would recommend just putting a faint, audio in the back, a trending audio, because it has a higher probability of being expanded to more people, because TikTok or Instagram is trying to boost that song or what they're trying to do there.
Yeah, I would say to add on to what Connor was saying, just be a little careful with using the trending music. Like, I would suggest not doing it on every single post, because what's been happening lately is that there's been like copyright things going on with a lot of the, like Universal Music that basically owns all of the music. And so when that happens, what they do is they take that song off the platform and your video is basically muted.
And that removes all the audio from
yeah,
the video.
exactly.
Yeah,
exactly. So it removes all the audio.
The other day on one of them, and I kept going,
Exactly.
Audio removed.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
Yeah.
even her voice was removed.
Exactly.
It's insane.
Everything.
Just mutes it.
So I would suggest if you're going to use the trending music, just download it or just find it somewhere else. And then when you edit it, just add it to the video, and then it will never be.
And what I do also is I use a website called artlist.io. Mm-hmm. And so that's non-copywritten music. And so it's copyright-free music. So I can use that on all of my YouTube videos, and it's not going to have a copyright claim. Versus if you were to use someone's popular song from right now in a YouTube video, there's going to be a copyright claim on that video because the owner of that audio, has bots out there sensing when a video has a copyright-written song. Artlist.io. Yeah, so that's kind of like a...
YouTube's a little bit more like, they'll catch it like pretty quick.
So with like my baseball highlights and all that, I try to keep the clips under 5 seconds, under 5 to 6 seconds, because if you have 6 seconds, cut out a few seconds, and then have the next part of that video, another 6 seconds, but there's that gap cut out, then I've found that, the bots don't sense the copyright written material. And so if you're less than like 5 or 6 seconds, you should be good, but I'd be prepared to just have a copyright.
There's no rule one way or the other.
I'd have to look into there's law behind this. Yeah.
Consultant attorney.
Yeah, right. Consultant attorney. Yeah.
If you're concerned about it.
Also Google search. Yeah.
Hey, thanks so much for watching so far. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you found any value at all, please hit that like button as well as the subscribe button so you won't miss any future videos. Also, if you need any help implementing anything that I've gone over in the presentation so far, be sure to book a free call with my media team, and you can access that by hitting the link down in my description. We have a full done-for-you service where we handle every aspect of the content creation process. So all you have to do is dedicate about 2 to 3 hours to us every single month, and then you can focus on other aspects in growing your business. Can't wait to work with you.
To music clips that is copyrighted, but say you don't want to use the links that they provide in the platforms currently so that it can't get scrubbed so easily. Is there a website that you recommend for finding some of that good stuff?
Man, I don't know any at the top of my head.
Okay, so you just basically take the song, you get it.
Exactly,
Like
YouTube.
Apple Music or
You can just download it from YouTube and just put it on. Yeah.
Okay.
And then usually there's, well, at least for like Instagram that I know of, they don't really catch it, but on YouTube they will. So I never use any trending music on YouTube at all
Got it.
for myself and my clients. Yeah.
No trending music on YouTube.
Yeah.
All right.
I'll also give you another website. It's called streamable.com. That's streamable. And what I use that for is if you want to pull from a video that's on YouTube already, then you go to Streamable, you copy the URL for that YouTube video, you paste it in there, you could select whatever section you want to download from that YouTube video. So like with the baseball highlights, if I see something on YouTube, I'll go to Streamable, I'll download the clip, and then I can edit what sections I want after the fact. So that's another big resource. And with short form, like what type of content should you be posting across platforms on social media? There's a few different things. One, you can repurpose long form content. So long form being over a minute and typically horizontal. And so if you're creating YouTube content, you could repurpose that long form and just turn it into a video that's less than a minute and a short. And you're basically showing viewers, a chunk of that long form video to try to drive them back to that full length YouTube video. You could create standalone shorts. So it's going to be a short, that you're going to be creating a 59-second vertical video. Shorts you want to have vertical for the most part, fill up as much of the screen as possible. We're going to go through the green screen workshop, and so I'll show you exactly what that is, but it's where you take a screenshot of a trending article and then your green screen to where you're talking over that, and it's really good for trending content. And try to drive engagement, ask people for their opinions. People love to share their opinions, especially on social media when they don't have any accountability. But yeah, ask questions, ask for questions, comments, opinions. Just try to get people to comment, to like, to share, to try to drive that algorithm and the engagement.
Before you get started, here are kind of like the 4 questions I always ask, either myself or when I'm working with a client when we're creating either a video or we have a plan of videos that we're going to do. Most important question is, who am I talking to, right? So I feel, or I believe that's like the most convoluted, the one that just shuts everybody down, the most difficulty everybody has with creating content is this question. Like, they have no idea who they're talking to. So like, I know most of us are realtors in this room, so is it going to be a first-time home buyer? Are you trying to attract sellers? Are you trying to attract out-of-state people? The thing that I notice the most is that when you try to just throw a net and see, or throw spaghetti on the wall and see what sticks, you end up not catching anything or attracting anybody. So the more specific you are with your content, meaning like, who is this person I'm trying to reach with this video, the more success you're going to have. The second question is, why do I want to do this? So do you want to do it because you want to get more leads? Do you want to do it because you want to grow your business? Do you want to do it because you want to become famous? I mean, there's a lot of people that want to do that because they want to get like brand deals, sponsorships. There's a ton of opportunity you can get from social media. Just like you said, your daughter, right? She gets paid on TikTok.
$1,500
Yeah,
last month.
there you go.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
So
From passive income.
Wow.
exactly. So yeah. So there's huge opportunities. So I mean, it can be another income stream in addition to your real estate thing already. So I would say that's the second most important as to why you want to do this, because I promise you, whether you hire a team to help you with creating content or do it by yourself, there's going to be days that you don't want to like pull out a camera and shoot content, or you want to research, or you want to like plan your videos out. And this question here is what's going to drive you to push through those difficult days. The third thing is, what type of content do you want to film? So like what Connor was mentioning earlier, he gave you a whole list of things that you can do, like from creative house tours to showcasing restaurants to showcasing cities. So really reflect and decide, okay, this is the type of content I want to do. I want to just show my listings, or I just want to interview experts in my community, things like that. And then lastly, how do I package this content? So how are you going to present this content to the world, basically? So are you going to do talking head videos, normal talking head videos? Are you going to do like a vlog style type of video? Are you going to do skits? So you see a lot of those like on short form where it's like one person talking to the same person, but he's like dressed up differently or whatever. So those are like skits. So my suggestion is, when you're starting out, you want to experiment with that. You want to see like what you're going to have the most fun doing, and like how the audience is going to respond to that. And like what Connor mentioned earlier, when you get that feedback from people by showing them that video, you'll know, okay, this is something that I should just double down on and do a lot of content for. But the most important thing is, when you get started, is to just experiment and have fun with various types. Also wanted to leave you with just like a battle plan, because you'll hear from a lot of people, or you'll get this question often, oh, how often should I post? Like, what should I do? And a lot of people will be like, as much as you can, right? So based on like my experience, and Connor, you can chime in too, and like with my clients or whatever, this is kind of what we focus on. So 4 long form videos per month, so that's like 1 a week, 3 to 4 short form videos per week. And then with Instagram, we do 3 to 4 reels per week, 5 to 7 stories per day. So that's crucial, because stories is a great way to build rapport with your followers and also show people sides of you that they may not see, like with the videos. And then what's also crucial is responding to all comments and DMs. So this is by far the most overlooked part of the social media process in general, just because all of us are busy. We have appointments, we're meeting new clients, we're doing showings, but you have no idea how much it means to somebody when you respond to their, when you send them a DM, especially when it's a new follower on Instagram. So usually what I do when I set up my notifications, I get a new follower, I'll send a video or a DM and be like, hey, hey, Connor, thanks so much for the follow. Really do appreciate it. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out. I'm here for you. As simple as that. And you have no idea how many people respond. They're like, oh man, like I had no idea you'd even send me a DM. Like they're super surprised. So things like this is very crucial. And then also spending time to just be a consumer yourself. Just learning what's trending, what's going on these platforms. I know I didn't put TikTok up here, but you can add TikTok to this as well.
That's our platform.
Yeah.
TikTok,
Yeah, exactly. So you're basically just dedicating like 10 to 20 minutes a day, just commenting on other profiles, because at the end of the day, these platforms want you to be active on there. So not just creating content, but also interacting with other content as well. And at the end of the day, when you do that, the algorithm basically rewards you. But we can go more into detail about that in the 200 to 300 level. Connor, did you want to add anything?
That was a great tip about responding to bigger channels that are out there. If
Yeah.
you leave a comment on someone's video and you're building a YouTube channel, then someone might go visit your profile. Same thing with social media,
Exactly.
short form. And then when I'm creating content, if there's something that I know I need to put something out, and I don't know if it's going to be a long form or a short, I kind of decide, if it's worth taking the time to do a long, or if I could just bust out a short, because a short might take me 10, 15 minutes. Whereas a long form video is probably going to take me a couple hours to do. And so also, like when you're creating short form content, if you have a certain post that performs better than others, then you could realize, okay, maybe I should make a long form video about this because it's getting engagement, people are interested. And then so just kind of using that as a case study to decide what to make a long form video about.
What is your take on how to handle trolls?
Well, so as far as the respond to all comments, on my baseball channel, I don't respond to a lot of them. I mean, there's the haters that are out there, or the people that are, and it's just like whatever. You just have to let it roll off.
Yeah.
So yeah, just don't
ignore
respond to them at all,
Okay. Yeah.
unless you have something clever and funny to say back to them. Surprising, because when I do respond to people, like a fan of the Mariners, and they're sharing their opinion, and then I share my opinion to their comment, they'll be like, "Thanks for responding, Couch GM." It's like they're really appreciative of you taking the time to respond. So it definitely means something to them when you do comment back and respond.
Yeah. But yeah, to touch on the troll thing, yeah, I mean, as long as your focus should always just be on that one person you want to reach out to, right? So it's like, that's just part of the journey. It's just part of it. People that just want to get a rise out of you.
Yeah, up to no
Yeah,
good.
there's plenty out there. But I mean, you can, yeah.
They're the keyboard warriors,
Yeah.
basically.
But that goes back to the why question, right? It's like, why are you doing this? So as long as that's strong, you're good. You're not going to let anybody take you off that path.
Because with potential negative comments, there's either constructive feedback within that to where you can acknowledge, okay, they have some truth there, I could change something for next time, or it's just a troll and you just don't even worry about it, let it roll off. So you can weigh a comment, and if they're trying to help, or if there is something in there that you can use. Any questions on anything that we covered today?
So with posting the video, do you use like hashtags?
Do you know any general rules with hashtags and all that?
I mean, I stopped using hashtags like a year ago, just
Really?
because before, from what I've learned, is that the most important thing is the geotag. So meaning like where are you? So like when you post a reel, it usually gives you an option to post like a specific city or like a place that say that you're like eating at a restaurant, you want to tag them or whatever. Those are better for you to get searched as opposed to the hashtags. But there's still creators that use hashtags, but me personally, I don't use hashtags anymore. Before, you were able to get searched. So say, for example, you put hashtag real estate investing. If someone were to click on that on Instagram, then all these like profiles and posts would come up. But because it's just like, there's so many creators now compared to a year ago, that it just gets convoluted very fast. So to really basically separate yourself from the next level is to do the geotag and then strategically tagging people. So say that Connor and I were doing a video. What you can do now on Instagram is do something called a collaboration post, where I would tag Connor and then it would show on his feed as well. So like I'd be exposed to his audience, he would be exposed to mine. So it's kind of like a win-win. But yeah, so to answer your question, I personally don't use hashtags. I don't know if you do or not, but.
I still do. I don't know if there's any benefit to it at this point, like he mentioned. I do it just in case there is a benefit, but I don't do like 40 of them. I do like 5 that are super relevant to the topic. And I only use that on Instagram, because if I'm, and on TikTok, I have no clue if it's any benefit on YouTube or any of those.
Yeah. And to add to that, like we were mentioning like ChatGPT earlier, like another good way to use it is to beef up your descriptions, because a lot of these platforms are operating off of SEO now. So what that means is that if you go into Google, you type in Keller Williams Vancouver office, obviously that's going to pop up, right? So when they start typing in keywords into Google, every type of video is going to show up on search now, not just for YouTube, but also Instagram, also for TikTok. So it's really important to have like within your description, you have like the keywords that are going to be searchable. And you can easily do that on ChatGPT as well. Like, type me a brief description with these keywords or with these keywords related to this topic, and then it would spit something out. So.
And next time you're searching on Google, I would scroll down and just keep looking and look for YouTube thumbnails that are in the Google search. Because like when I look at the back end analytics of my YouTube videos, there's quite a bit that comes from external search, and a majority of that is Google search. So someone types in a player's name, and then my video pops up on the Google search. So they don't just have to be on YouTube to find your content. And that's the real power of it. The top 2 search engines in the world are combined, and it's like a powerhouse.
So what are stories?
There's a feature in Instagram where instead of a reel, you post a story. So what that does is you can show people, for example, oh, hey guys, good morning. I'm heading over to a workshop right now. Just wishing you guys a great day. Or hey, I'm at an open house. Give them like a little tour. So it's basically just like, I would say it's like a reel, like a even shorter reel, but it's going to be registered for 24 hours above your profile. So when someone goes to your Instagram, they're going to be able to access that story and see like what you're up to. So that's why I suggest putting things that you normally wouldn't show like on your normal reel videos. So we were talking, you said that you're a pilot, so show what it's like flying a helicopter around Mount Rainier, like things like that. That'd be a great story to share. And then also other features within the stories that you can embed links. You can do like interactive like polls, questions. There's just a whole host of things that you can do with stories. And yeah, we would have to take like another 2 hours to go into more details about that. But yeah, stories are super powerful, because that's the key of connecting with your current followers. And then also Instagram specifically is pushing stories out more to non-followers as well. So you're able to attract those people. Yeah, and then you can also share other reels to your stories too. So say
You don't have to be doing this every single day.
I would suggest doing it every day.
Yeah, just throughout the day. If you see someone post something interesting on Instagram, then you could share their post to your story.
Exactly.
So you could be posting your own content, your own videos, your own posts, but then also anything that you find interesting yourself that you see on Instagram, you can just put it to your story and
Yeah.
add a comment to it. No, yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
So
Yeah,
the
I'll
best
send it to
thing
you.
that you can do is scan these QR codes. So this will have both of our informations. Also, if you have our cards,
Oh yeah.
have you gotten cards? We're gonna do a quick selfie with you guys if that's okay. 3, 2, 1.
Let's go.
Sweet.
Love it. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Appreciate it.